I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck, push me away. You understand? There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, come on.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
Greetings. Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. This is Dr. A, and I am here with this here on this here, and here I am, and this is what it is. I am your crystal rock goddess, and I am here to give you a show. Now, listen, let me tell y'all something up front now. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all listening? Are y'all listening to me? I just want y'all to understand we are not going to be on here all night, okay? That's what I want y'all to know. But we will give the best shows that we possibly can give within these minutes that we're going to give. Now, y'all, I went over to the Jasmine's situation. I said, girl, what the heck you talking about? Here she go again. And then I went over to Just Jasmine. I said, Lord, when will these Jasmines learn? It's just something about Jasmine. It's something about that name. I'm telling you, unless your mama raised you a certain type of way, if you wasn't raised, that name Jasmine will slip. It's something about and y'all know Jasmine is a flower. So when you think flower, both of these jasmines got a lot of masculinity to them. It's kind of weird how they name is Jasmine, and we gotta be careful about what we name our children. You know what I'm talking about? Because when we think of the name Jasmine, I think about a soft flower. Boy, these flowers, these some these some weeds. Let me tell you something. Don't ask me about my I know I have it. I know that I don't have my machine hooked up, y'all, for the record. Okay? For the record. I ain't got it up hooked up because, like I said, we ain't going to be on here all night. But we definitely going to connect, okay? Don't worry. We're going to do our connection, okay? All right. Now, for those that who are not used to my singing, we sings over here. We sings over here, okay? I want you to know we don't sing, we sings. That means it's not going to be right. Y'all know I'm the crystal rock goddess, okay? So you know what that means, okay? We're going to leave it at that. Now, let's continue. Now, let's talk about what it is that we need to talk about, okay, y'all? Now, we come here. Welcome to the Big Flicky Palace. Make sure you take your shoes off at the door. Leave your shoes at the door. And just enjoy yourself. Ooh. Let the mindless and music's up to you. Don't feel so bad at all when you living at the live your life on the wall. Anyway, shut up. Shut up. Okay, let's continue. Now, I know some of y'all are watching the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. I mean, what y'all want from me? I'm sorry. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, Dr. A, what's your thoughts on the Super Bowl? Well, no. That's what I think. I did not. I mean, I like to, of course, I watched the Super Bowl. I watched the performances, and I'm sorry, but Usher disappointed me. And it's because they hyped it up so much, and he hyped it up, and it just, if they hadn't hyped it up and I saw it, I would have thought it was great. But because it was hyped up, it wasn't what I had anticipated. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe tomorrow, if I look at it again, I'll feel differently. But as watching it live, I wasn't impressed. So let's keep it moving. Anyway, there's 3 ways to become a crystal. What you're gonna do? Are y'all listening? One way to become a crystal would be to do something very, 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 very simple. Okay. So all you would have to do is this right here. What you all you got to do is make sure that you type, and if you type, that's how one way to become a crystal. You're going to type, and we call that the shoot the parlor room up in this Mickey Flicky. The second way would be for you to just hang back, chill, and be like, I'm just gonna stand back here. I'm not gonna type. And we call that the what? The beam boom room. The third way, last but not least way, would be for you to connect in that direction of waiting to after the show is over with and connecting and commenting and talking and listening to the video as you clean up or as you sit at work. We got a lot of good stuff over here to say. Please don't act like you don't understand. You know what it is, because we love you. We love you over here, child. So again, thank you so much, and welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. How you doing? Don't need. Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace, and how you doing, Moonlight? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. We do so much appreciate your energy. Okay, remember, we loves you all. Oh. Okay, anyway, whatever. Shut up. Okay. Okay, whatever. Y'all know I'm funny. Shut up. Anyway, let's continue. Now let's go on here and listen. We're gonna start with my jazz. We go not my jazz. We'll start with her in a minute. Like, I don't know. We're gonna start with just Jasmine. Good lord. Then we'll start with my Jazzy with her scary, depressed self. She like, oh, I'm so depressed. Look at me. Okay, sorry. Does that mean okay, whatever. Shut up. All right, here she go with this shirt on. We done told her about this damn shirt before, but she never damn listened. But whatever, hard head make a soft behind. I get tired of these heifers coming up here. We done told them we be really trying to help them. Like, listen, hey sis, don't put that shirt on. You know what I'm saying? I think you're not no bad look. You she's nice looking girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't some of the wigs I don't know about. She need to go over to Jackson's of Atlanta and learn how to put on you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. Maybe her wigs, I don't know. I ain't never really looked at her wig things. I ain't gonna lie. Let me quit lying, y'all. I'm lying. I ain't never seen her wig. Now Jasmine wigs be horrible. Let's just keep it real. I don't care if they new, old, or indifferent. I don't care if somebody that a professional design Jasmine wig. I don't know what it is. When she take it home and put it on her head, it might look cute with the stylist at the time, but after she done took that wig home and washed it or whatever, then did something to it, it's a wrap. That wig, she can only wear that wig one good time, and after that one time, it's a wrap. But anyway, I just like the person. I like this young lady with her hair cut low, not necessarily real low, but just low enough, right? Now that other Jacksonville Atlanta, I like the way her wigs look. I did look at some other videos, and again, I dug the little pink wig. I don't know. That was the best wig I saw on the YouTube streets. And I would keep talking about that because I am shocked. Now that's a wig. You can call yourself Brenda. Like, I'm Brenda, the girl from next door. Hey, you know what I mean? That's a Brenda wig. I like it. She should call that name their wig Brenda. But anyway, let's continue because I know some of y'all be like, oh, Dr. A, come on. Let's continue.
Sunday. It is like the wee hours in the morning. Last night was rough. I don't think I even been asleep. Look at my eyes. Look at my face. Look at my hair.
Okay, so what you've done to your hair today, I do like the way that your hair looks. Do I like your hair when you had first gotten your hair cut? I was like, no, ma'am. But it is what it is. But I do like this particular hairstyle. I think it's pretty cool. But don't listen to me. Do you?
Everything is just chaotic. But that's not what this video is about today. It is Sunday, and on Sundays we clean. Sounds funny because as mothers, every day, all day, we're cleaning. But today is a little different. I know y'all gonna judge me, and it's okay. I think I'm a little bit used to it right now. I like to think I'm a fairly clean individual, but
Hold on, I slowed it down.
baby,
I'm
it's some parts that I just miss. And I think I miss it for too long and it's just disgusting. So for instance, what do you call the thing in the kitchen? The thing we use as a nightlight, but it's not a nightlight, sis. We're not supposed to use that. You know, the light over the stove. You would think like a lot of the times when you go on people's house, they forget to clean on top of it, so it'll be nasty and greasy. You know what I'm talking about? Mine ain't like that. But you know what's disgusting? My cabinets. And it's because my natural reaction is not like to clean the cabinet because I don't know. Like I surface clean it probably. But today I was just in the kitchen about to cook dinner, look down at the cabinet. I said, "Oh, this looks like a crack house." Like,
Oh my God, please don't say that. So what you do is, let me just give you one good tip here. All you gotta do is, if you look in your cabinets and you getting the bowl out and you see some mess in your cabinets, wipe it down. That's all you gotta do. That's what I do. If I see something in my cabinets, like, I don't know, sometimes like the wood from the and that could be, and sometimes, to be honest with you, that's probably, I probably wipe my cabinets out at least once a week. Not on purpose. Not on purpose. It just kind of happens. Because like I said, if I see my cabinet not the way it need to be, I just wipe it out. Because I might look in my cabinet and might see, like, it might be some wood chips because of the drawer, and I just go ahead and clean up the whole cabinet. That's what usually happens. Because something with the drawer, I do have I do put a lot of stuff in there. I do have a lot of uh I do have a lot of silverware, and I do have like little things, that I put in there. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I got a lot of silverware. So sometimes in the drawer, sometimes comes, it could be funny and it'd be hard to open or something like that at times. And so that wood will rub together. And so what it does is create wood chips at the bottom. And so what I do is just wipe it out. It don't do it all the time, but it does it at least once a week. And I don't know what that's about. So nevertheless, I wind up cleaning out my cabinets once a week to just begin with. So it just goes along with so I don't allow it to get trifling. And when I see it, again, I told y'all about my refrigerator. If somebody wastes something, or I waste something in the refrigerator, I don't wait till 2 days from now. I just go in there and wipe it up. You know what I mean? And then sometime that week, I'm gonna clean the whole entire refrigerator out. That's usually what happens. You know what I mean? So that's all people got to do. You see a mess, pick it up. If you feel like deep cleaning right then and there, deep clean right then and there. If not, do it sometime that week. And what I mean by week, don't wait that whole week. Just at least do it within 2 days, within the 48-hour period, and leave it at that.
the cabinets are filthy. And then the little corners of the house is disgusting. Like I clearly sweep and mop my floors, but I guess I haven't gotten the corners in the 9 years that I've been here because it's completely nasty. So we are cleaning the kitchen cabinets. And I mean, it got grease on it from 1966 piled up. Like it is nasty. So I'm gonna warn y'all now that it's disgusting, right? We're going to clean that and we're gonna clean the corners. As we're doing that, I just have something I want to get off my chest and I want to share with you guys. But we'll talk about that as I'm cleaning, okay? Let's go do that. So as we tackle this insane mess, this is just a couple things that's on my mind. And honestly, these are things I just wish I would have known before. If I could have just maybe, but then again, these are things that how could you know it unless you go through it? I think this is the most personal out of them all. And I'm not gonna say, hey, none of you guys can't relate to this. I don't want you to be able to relate to this. Like this is nothing to be proud of and it's crazy sharing it, but I was boy crazy at a really really young age, and I wish that I would have known to slow down and just take my time, that these moments will naturally come.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. When I was 15-ish, I was boy crazy for a particular boy. It was just one boy that I was particularly boy crazy for. But he was crazy about me as well. We both was crazy about each other, and our parents didn't keep us away, of course. We Parents knew each other. We went out on group dates, and they would drop us off and stuff like that. And then we got to the age where we can drive. We drive ourselves and things like that. And actually, he did wind up being my daughter's father. We got wind up having a kid together. He was my high school sweetheart, and he wind up actually watching a kid for me so I could get extra credits to graduate early, because I graduated high school a lot earlier than my class, and I had to come back a year later and walk with my class. But that's a whole nother story. My mother insisted on me doing that.
And I get it. You can't control certain emotions, like, oh, I like a boy, I like a girl. These are big emotions that you feel. But I wish I would have known to slow down. I became sexually active at the tender young age of 13 years old. Yes.
Yeah, I
Ve-
wasn't 13, but okay.
Yes, baby. Very fast. Very embarrassing. I was boy crazy. I not gonna say that no one was there to tell me right from wrong, but my parents was just so busy doing other things, worrying about the problem child, just busy doing their thing. And I was clearly doing my thing. And it's nothing to be proud of. But if I could tell younger me anything, I would have waited. I would have said, baby, you are 13 years old. You have your whole life ahead of you. Like, this should be the last thing on your mind. If I could tell myself anything else, I would tell myself that I don't have to settle. This is something that I learned just recently as an adult. I really fall in love with people's potential. So I'll always see the good in you. Like, oh my God, you have the potential to be the best friend in the world. You
We
have
can tell that. We can certainly tell that. We can tell by old girl. Like, old girl has potential. And I'm not saying that old girl don't care about you, but the things that you want, she don't want. And with you in particular, because I think a part of her, she cares about you, but I think a part of her doesn't feel like you have your stuff in line, which I can kind of agree, just to be honest with you. But that's neither here nor there.
have the potential to be the greatest man. Like, oh my God, I know you could be a good man. I know you could stop lying. I know you could stop cheating. I know you can help me around the house with these kids. I know you could be a good father. I know it because I see it in you. So therefore, I settle for anybody's potential, not knowing it. You see these things in a person and they're not even portraying it, honey. You want these things for them more than they want it for themselves. They will never be what you think they have the possibilities to be. So I spent a lot of my time settling. And now that I'm in a relationship that, I truly enjoy, it may seem like I'm a little harsh because I'm on that ass. Oh, baby, no. I'm sorry, you caught me at a time when I was woke and I won't settle for nothing. You hear me? I want what I want. I stand 10 toes down. I say I want consistency. Consistency is what I desire. And if you can't provide it, I mean, you cute.
But I'm kind of be honest with you, but she's not providing consistency for you. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's something that I don't see, but unfortunately, I don't see where she's providing in consistency for you. Not that again, I think that you could make somebody. Well, you being a Taurus, I feel like you can certainly make somebody a happy person or something. I don't know. But needless to say, you got a lot of stuff that you got to get in order. For example, with your child, you got to get them settled. You got to get all your children settled. And I'm not saying that you should put your love life on hold to get them children together. But if I were you, I probably would. I probably would put my love life on hold until I can get things in my love life together, because sometimes when you're in a relationship, you can't really focus on the things that you need to. And some of the things you definitely need to is with that child. And you would probably have more money because you was complaining about saving money or whatever. You probably will have more money if you stop spending so much money on that girl. I mean, I'm not saying you spend a lot of money on that girl, but you always feeding that girl and y'all would have way more food. You know what I'm saying? Not that she don't say, but I don't know. It's just, to me, I think you would just have more energy, more time, more money, more life to enjoy, more room. You would just have more of time, energy to spend more on these children than you would on this girl. And I think she's kind of a hindrance. And I'm not saying, and I think I think a girl kind of needs to be with a woman who don't have children. That's what I think. I think a girl she need to be with somebody that don't have children. And maybe that's something that you need as well. Maybe both of y'all separately need somebody that don't have children. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just something that I feel in my energy. Okay.
I mean, that's wrong, but I see you when I see you. And that takes a lot. Trust me. Especially because we come from where we come from. Like,
How
honestly,
you doing, Moonlight? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. I really appreciate you. How you doing, beautiful? I am so uncomfortable seeing Jazz and her girlfriend in the bed, knowing that her kids was at home. Shoot, I don't be watching her in the bed. I mean, I don't be watching all that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now we watching a clean video. Here, beautiful. So we're not really seeing her. How you doing, Rose? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. So it's not like we seeing her in the bed with him. I don't think we've showed them in the bed. The most that we probably seen her peck her in the car or something. That's probably the most that we done saw. We ain't seen her do no bedroom stuff now. I would do what I would work on what I would work on for my for the Crystal Palace over here is maybe watching some of her videos ahead of time. And if you all feel uncomfortable with certain parts of intimacy, I understand, and I don't have to show it. Does that make sense? Okay. How you doing, Miss Michelle? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. So if that be something that's uncomfortable with y'all, I don't have no problem with showing it. I mean, it doesn't flow. It doesn't make me no other kind of way. I don't, I don't feel no kind of way about it. And it doesn't hurt my feelings if y'all say, well, hey, I like watching her, but I just don't want to see any intimate moments. I mean, it's just in general. It's a lot of these couples that do intimacy moments, and I don't feel comfortable with them doing intimate moments either. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And you're welcome, Miss Michelle. That's not a problem. So y'all just let me know. All you gotta do is remind me. Y'all know how we do over here. Just let me know, and we'll go from there. Okay. Just say, hey, if I see, if I'm talking and I see them, I just sometimes, to be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. I do tone it out and I just kind of go over and have a discussion about whatever that is that I'm discussing it. But I really don't watch a lot of intimate videos. And I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with people showing love for each other, but it's certain thing as even as a heterosexual relationship that I have with me and my husband, we have a singular relationship, just him and I, we don't have, multitude of people. We're not polygamy or polygamy or polyandry or none of that. And that's no disrespect, and that's no disrespect to people that do have that, right? However, I'm just and yes, I'm a high priestess. One of my certificate, one of the things that I do is one of the titles I have is a high priestess, and I'm very comfortable with my sensuality, and and I teach other people how to be comfortable with theirs. However, this is a platform, and because of this is our platform over here, and I want everybody to feel comfortable with this platform, and I wouldn't want to shame anybody or make anybody feel any kind of way because someone may be kissing or having an intimate moment. I to be honest with you, I felt grossed out to see Jasmine and Chris in the bed. That really grossed me out. But I have never seen I've never watched Jasmine and her girlfriend sit in the bed. So again, uh, that grossed me out. I ain't gonna lie. We did talk about it, we did watch it, but it did gross me out. I'm gonna be honest, okay? But again, if it's anything that you all feel comfortable with seeing, just let me know. And we could probably maybe I can put a block over it and we can just kind of discuss them talking. We could discuss people talking, but if they have an intimacy moment that any of these intimacy moments that we see here, I can always put something over it, like a trigger warning sign, the trigger warning sign that I have on when we just talk over it and just play it, we can do that as well. Okay. So just let me know. Let's continue.
No shade, no tea. And to my older audience, please don't get mad at me. I'm only speaking upon what I know and what I see. I think back in the days, women were either taught or prone to just settling. And the reason why I say these things because I heard songs like "Woman to Woman," "No Pain, No Gain," "After the Pain." I heard a song my mother used to sit around and listen to, and it said, "Having a piece of man is better than having no man at all." So I'ma just take what I got, baby. When she said, "That's my man," I pay the house note. I buy the food.
Right.
I put that
That
man
was
through
too
school.
much.
I said, "Wait a minute." I think this was really.
I always thought that too, but I did like the song. But I don't like the reality of the song. Does that make sense? Like, I just like Betty Wright. We all like Betty Wright. Betty Wright. Betty Wright was like Kaya. The Kaya of her day, right? Or Kaya is like Betty Wright of her day, of this day. So I listen to me some Kaya, y'all. I don't just listen to her rap songs. I listen to Kaya sing, and I don't know why. I just kind of like it. I just like it. I just think it's cool, and I'll play it if it's just me. up. I can't play it around my child, obviously. But I like Betty Wright and some of those other sisters that's really kind of vulgar. That's old school vulgar, the blues singers. If they the women that's old school vulgar, I don't know. I like that sometimes. You get me in the mood, you know what I mean? I like to play them, I like to listen, but that's not my reality. I'm not getting ready to do After the Pain. You come running back, and I'm not doing congratulations and standing at somebody's wedding and crying and stuff. No, I cry at home. I'm not going to the wedding and busting the church. Just not doing that. but nevertheless, we like these songs. But that's not the reality, and we not get ready to listen to, and we're not gonna be about that. I'm going down because you ain't around, boy. I am not going down because you ain't around. How about I'm gonna cry a little bit and then I'm gonna pick myself up. That's it. This is kind of how we do. We be depressed for a little bit. We kind of our little feelings be hurt. We be like, especially if it was a marriage or if it was a long-term relationship and you been with this person and y'all just knew y'all was gonna get married, or you knew your marriage, or you thought your marriage was gonna last forever and forever, ever. You know what I mean? And or if your man or your woman spouse hurts you, whatever, of course, but again, my mother talked about, I did grow up on the principles of stand by your man, but at the same time, if he tripping, then you need to handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Your business on him. I was always taught to not allow somebody to abuse you. My father taught me that. You know what I mean? My mother taught me that. All of my aunts and my uncles, they didn't like that. If they saw me being mistreated, or they even felt like somebody was mistreated, and they would step in and intervene. I ain't gonna lie, they would get all up in my business. I'm just gonna keep it real. But again, these are the principles that, unfortunately, some society teaches them that, and still to this day, I see a lot of women are learning that. But at the same time, it's kind of both. I've seen women do a lot of things that's outrageous, all for my men, and this is for my men, and this is for my men, right? But I've also seen the opposite. I've seen women that don't tolerate nothing. Like if a man coughed, they own him. They're like, look, he coughed, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of, I'm not like that, but I'm not taking I'm not gonna take no man's stuff. Now it's just certain things that I'm not going to tolerate. And he shouldn't tolerate either from me. You know what I'm saying? He have a right. He has a voice. A man being with me will be able to advocate for himself, and he will also be able to veto me in running over him. You know what I'm saying? He can outvote me. If it's just me and him, he can put both of his hands up and I'll put one hand up, whatever. But still, yes, that's true. I definitely agree with her on that tip. A lot of women nowadays, you have like the pygmies, right? And then you have the other ones that don't tolerate nothing. Like if he cough wrong, they out of there. If he look at them wrong, or he wake up on the wrong side of the bed, they like, get out of here, Tommy. You getting out of my house today. He'd be like, baby, I had something in my eyes. No, you didn't. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So we see a lot of that too today, Again, it's all about how you was raised. It's about what you saw, and it's about what you want it to be. You know what I mean? What you want your situation to be. And it does deal with your healing process. It's like what you attract. Sometimes some of us attract some of the worst people because of something within us is not too great. I'm just being honest, right? And then there's other times that we might attract the best person, but because we're not healthy, or we have not healed, then we can ruin that, right? Or we ruin it. And then there's other times where you in a good space, that person's in a good space, and it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And y'all together until the end of time, right? Again, so that's why I don't, that's why when I offer healing, I try to help people regardless to if they should be in a relationship or not. I always provide that way. I've never told anybody to leave somebody. Only probably one time I've told a client to leave somebody, and I said it in front of the man, and I had no fear because he was beating her. I'm sorry, but I had to say something. He was being very aggressive, and he was beating on her. And he was doing things that, if you love somebody, he was putting her at risk. And, to the point where she had to go leave and change her name. And at that point in time, thank God I did not have a healing center, because he probably would have came up there and I probably would have had to, call the powers that be, or, you know, carry. You understand what I'm saying. But let's continue.
Your old school mentality. Like, that's my man. And as long as I can say that's my man, I don't care if he's a cheater and a liar and a dog and a thief
You're
that's
welcome.
my man. And I said, no, this must be old school mentality. Because they've been settling since 1952. So women naturally just told us, like, having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. I don't want that mentality, Bookie. You can have it, Granny.
But you know what though? Can I keep it real? My grandma wasn't really like that. My grandmother who I was raised with, I mean, she had stayed with my grandfather all the way up until he passed away. She wasn't really one of them. She was kind of no nonsense. She was just one of them kind of women that, first of all, she was taller than my grandma's grandfather. She was an Amazon. That woman was about 6 foot something. I don't know. She's pretty dang on tall. And then she wasn't no skinny woman either, but she was tall. And my grandfather was about probably 5'7", 5'8". My grandfather was no short man, but he wasn't no big man either. Okay. So he was he was really sweet. I'm gonna be honest with you. My grandmother was sweet to us, but my aunts and uncles and even my father said not so much. They said my grandfather was sweet, but he was sweet as pie. He used to chase us around and play with us. My grandmother wouldn't really play with us. I mean, she would feed us, she would take care of us, and she would give us wisdom, and sage advice. And that was pretty much it. But she was cool. She was cool. She had her own little sweet ways with the grandchildren. Now, I can't say that my grandmother was ever mean to me. I can never say that. I spent summers with her. I've never seen her. I seen her probably curse one time, and that was she thought she was asleep, and my grandfather was kind of had, like I said, the last part of my grandfather's life, he was kind of sick. And she had to take care of him, and he started cursing or whatever. And she's like, "Boy, John, leave, you don't quit that cussing." And then he was cursing, and she said, "You shut your mouth." You know what I mean? And she said a little curse word. But that was the only time I ever heard her curse. Now, my grandmother, my biological grandmother, woo, yeah, I think she was something else. Now she was a player. She was something else. I'm trying to tell you, and I think I have a lot of her ways, and I think when it come to past relationships for me, I tolerated some things, but not for real. I was a monster. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like oh, this person mistreated me. No, I mean, once they mistreat me, I'm a type of person. I take stuff too far. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, you try to come after me or you try to do something to me, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna go hard. And that's more so if I care about you. If you do something to me, I really don't care. Just to be honest with you, if I don't know you. If I don't know you, it is what it is. But if I know you and I feel like you're supposed to be there or you're supposed to have a certain loyalty toward me and you do something to me, that's something different. But in relationships, I kind of go there. And I'll walk away, but I'm gonna walk away with a bang. Does that make sense? So I don't know about what she's talking about. I just wasn't raised like that. I just kind of always felt like if you won't do it, somebody else will. That's kind of how I grew up, unfortunately. But as I got older, I realized that is not necessarily the way. Um, But, at the same time, I'm not getting ready to take a whole lot out of a person. A person not just can't a person just walk up to me. I'm a Taurus, number one. Can't nobody just walk up to me in a relationship and just do me any kind of way. Now, I might, I've in the past probably allowed some things, and then once it got to be too much and I couldn't take it. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. And then once I left, that person felt the ways. But it's just some things I'm not tolerating. I'm just not. And I'm not a person who feel like you should stay with a man forever or a person forever if they're mistreating you. If they're mistreating you, then you have some decisions to make. You know what I mean? You could try to talk to them and say, "Hey, I feel like you doing me wrong. I don't like how you treat me," or whatever. And then if they keep persisting on doing it, then hey, you got some decisions to make. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm not getting ready to be taking no whole stuff out of a lot of people. And I don't even do that in friendships. I quietly exit out. Even if you're a friend and I feel like you mistreat me as a friend, which I don't have friends. That's kind of why I really don't have friends, to be honest with you. Y'all. I don't really have friends because I know how people are. I know how people are. And I know how I am. Having a friendship takes a lot of time to build, and I just don't really have time to really build a friendship. Most of the time because you gotta y'all gotta go out, y'all gotta have teas, y'all gotta hang out. I ain't gonna be able to hang out. I don't have time to hang out. So guess who my best friend is? My husband. So we was friends before I got with him. So why are we gonna stop being friends after we get married? Whole nother conversation. And that's new to a lot of people. A lot of people are not friends with their mates, which is why a lot of times it don't work out. Now, if you just friend zone it and y'all just friends and that's it, no. But we're not gonna have this conversation. I ain't get ready to tell y'all stuff, figure it out.
I don't want that for me. I'm not taking what you can give because I should be able to accept it because I feel like I'm not gonna get no better. You gonna give me everything I feel I deserve, or I'd rather be alone, baby. Another thing that I learned, and I am currently still learning this one, you are not your trauma. And I constantly tell myself, even when I try to like overcompensate as a parent because I don't want to be everything my mother was to me. Don't get it wrong, my mother was the best parent she could have been. But I know the flawed areas and I try so hard not to be that person that I don't be thinking I do my best sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like I'm a little too soft and I'm a little too gentle
You are.
parenting because I'm trying so hard not to be my trauma. Every time I turn around, I don't want to be this because this is what I've been through. I don't want to do that because honestly, it's something y'all don't even know about me. Like I, I don't even want to put this out there because I feel like it's going to be misconceived. Like, oh, we can do whatever we want to do to her. I am a pushover, right? And I'm
Obviously.
only a pushover because I don't like confrontation. Growing up, seeing like drama and arguments and how just simple things as being in a toxic home.
Unfortunately, that is a Taurus trait. Unfortunately, we can be pushovers to a degree. But after a while, we only gonna take so much. Now, I'm gonna tell you, we probably are very we'll push over to a point, and once you get to the point where you cross a certain line, we might allow certain things to go, right? Just for the sake of letting this stuff go, right? But we only gonna put you, man. I'm telling you, you cross a certain line, it's bad. Once you cross that line, you gonna feel that heat, you gonna feel that whip, you gonna feel that fire, you gonna feel that bar or that gate come down on your head. You understand what I'm saying? Um so to a degree, I wouldn't say I was a pushover. I would say that I have let some things slide. Even on the YouTube streets, I've let some things slide on the YouTube streets because, to be honest with you, it's not that I wouldn't call myself pushover. I would just call myself a person who just feel like I don't care enough. That's, to be honest with you. Some things I just don't care enough. Some things I should care about. I probably don't care about. Like, one thing I don't care about is what people think about me because I just don't care. I've always been like that. That's just what how I was raised. You know what I mean? My parents just instilled because I was adopted kid, so I had to have kind of tough skin. Who my parents from the South, and one thing about people from the South, they'll tell you what it is, and they don't give a shiggity about your feelings. They don't give a shiggity about your feelings. They don't care what you think. If you look stinky or what you got on sucks or you too much, they will let you have it. And that's kind of what the household I was raised in. My parents were very hilarious. My father was like a Richard Pryor. I promise you. If I ever put my father on YouTube, him and his brothers, well, a couple of his brothers, some of them, the ones that's alive, y'all will be on here crying. I promise you. So I kind of grew up like that. I kind of grew up around people. We talked about each other. So and didn't take it personally. My children used to joan on each other. My children used to go in on each other. So that's why we have thick skin. Now, my little baby, he don't have thick skin yet. But we're working through that. You know what I'm saying? He don't have thick skin, but for the most part, but that's this generation. But like everybody up that I raised, my other three children, got tough skin. They don't give a damn about what you say about them. They don't care. They will talk about you so bad, will make you cry. But see, and let my daughter talk about you. My daughter talk about you so bad, and she'll feel bad afterwards. Well, she'll call me and ask me, "Do you think I was too harsh?" I'm like, "Nope." You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So I got a little tough skin now. I'm not. I'm not no soft. I'm not no soft person, but at the same time, I have to watch what I say to people. I'm not worried about what somebody say about me. I'm more so worried about me and what I say to people because I do hit below the belt. If somebody come to me and they catch me on the wrong day, I will say something really bad and it'll be really bad. And I might have to come back and apologize and basically say, "Hey, I meant what I said to you, but I apologize to the people that heard me say it to you." That's about what I probably end up having to do. But again, nah, I ain't no push, not one of my children. Now my son, he a little spoiled, y'all. I ain't gonna front. He is spoiled. But he the baby. He the baby right now. But he ain't real spoiled now. He can't just talk back to me. I have to get him together. Now we don't do that talk back. Now he'll try, but we have to get him together. Okay. But I ain't that kind of pushover. Like the stuff her children do. Nah, I ain't got that kind of trauma in my life. I have different type of trauma, right? We all have certain things from our childhood that we have to heal from. My trauma was, and notice what I said. I said was being adopted was, but it's not because it's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? My parents didn't raise me to be sensitive to that. You know how many people used to clown me on that? You know how and I had a little thing. I had said a few things to people, and I got in trouble in class because I said that to them. But I'm like, "Well, did you hear what they said about me?" And I used to get in trouble because I would say something really harsh, and it would go down, and they would end up calling my mother, and my mother would be like, she was one of them type of parents. Well, what did the child say to her? And they'd be like, "Well, tell them not to say that no more." And they never said that to me. So I would kind of, hit below the belt, but I would do it so just the student heard me. I didn't do it for everybody else to hear me, and they just left me alone. Sometimes you gotta do that. But my no child running over me. I'm not gonna let no child run over me. How you doing, Buds? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. It's just some things that you kind of have to do, and that is her trauma though from her guilt. That's trauma. That's guilt and trauma from her, for her not wanting to be the same type of mother her mother was. And let me tell you something. If I could only dream of being the type of mother my mother was, excelente. Although she was, swift with that tongue, boy. Woo, Lord. She never called me a B, or they never called me names or anything like that. But they were very, and they did used to kind of let me do what I wanted to do. I ain't gonna lie, I was spoiled. But at the same time, I still had certain rules. You know what I mean? My mother didn't play. Now, she would only let me go so far. And then I had my father, that Taurus. I had that Cancer mother and that Taurus father. So them the two together, that was a strong force. Believe it or not, that was a strong parenting team. And I could say them two together, that was a strong force. And I think me and my husband are pretty good parenting team because he's a Leo and I'm a Taurus. So with that boy, you know what I mean? My husband kind of more, I think he's more of the he's the disciplinary action, of course. And sometimes I can be when he's not here, when he's at work. And my husband actually does have a job. He's not Chris. When Chris was with Jazzy, it's like he's at work. He's at work. No, that's not how my household is. But you have to sometimes have to. I'm not a parent that say wait till your father get home, but at the same time, I've kind of had to relax and let my husband be the father that he is, and I want to be the mother. I would rather hug him up after he get in trouble. That's how I do. Um, you know, and my husband will still hug him after he get in trouble. So he was provided with love. We don't just get in trouble and be like, I don't want to see your face no more. It ain't like that. You know how some parents get so mad at you and they be like, I don't want to see your face no more. My parents, I never grew up like that. My parents never treated me like that. But at the same time, my parents wouldn't allow me to do all the stuff that she lets her children do.
could really mess with your peace. I vow to never be that type of person. So I'm really like, I don't care. Like, not that you can do whatever to me, but you probably could do whatever to me. Like, instead of me fighting for respect or fighting for you to treat me good, I would leave you alone. I will never speak to you again. It's like, I have to keep reminding myself, like, Jasmine, you are not your trauma. The next thing is a doozy, honey. This one right here, y'all know I just learned this one. I have to constantly say, you're doing the best you can do as a parent. You will always be a bad parent in someone's eyes, baby. I promise you, you will. So it's okay. This is a journey. First of all, every kid is different. Every child is different. People religious beliefs is different. People spiritualities is different. People traditions is different. So how can we all be a parent just like you? We all believe in different things. We all have different parenting styles. One thing people will do is make you feel like a horrible parent because you don't parent like them.
Okay, so I get it, Jasmine. That basically you've been getting a lot of emails, which you have stated before, about people basically calling you out about the type of parent that you are, basically allowing your child to kind of run amok over you in your palace, in your life, in your household, in your apartment. Okay. I think to a degree you do need to listen to somebody though. I know you're stubborn and in your head, but you need to listen to some people. If not anybody, I would not listen to you. Need to get you a new psychiatrist, therapist. I mean, therapist for you and your family counselor or a therapist or whatever you call your person that work with you all on your mental health. Yeah, you definitely need a new one because whoever you had prior to now was not really working with you and not filling you in on stuff. And not that they have to tell you everything, but it's certain things that they should have offered you. They should have anyway, as a family, insisted that all of you all got help, not just your daughter, right? Um, and you definitely need to listen to her when she tells you that she feels trapped. And I very well could, like for example, in my healing center, like I've been telling you, I felt trapped in there. And so I got some surprises coming up. So I'm making some moves where
No one will ever get up and say,
where I won't feel like that anymore. But even on parenting, we all have days where we feel like, dang, I suck as a parent, or I could have done this, or I could have done that, and then other days we might feel like, oh my God, I'm an excellent mom. We all have days like that. But what I am going to tell you is just some things, Jasmine. Now you got to be honest with yourself and you got to start critiquing yourself. No, it's not about what people say, right? Everybody's going to have their own opinion about what you do this or you do that. However, you still, as a mother, you still have to look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself in the eyes. You gotta look at yourself in that mirror that you be looking in. You need to look in that mirror and look at yourself and say, you can't just say, am I doing my best? You gotta be like, look, listen, my child does not respect me. So I need to figure out a way. We got to work on the respect factor. And then you need to make sure that because she don't respect you and because you kind of let her fly by the wayside, you got to look at those other children because there might be some resentment coming about. And I'm telling you that if you don't get that together now, it's going to haunt you. Because those other children are going to resent you and they're going to resent her. And if something happens to you or when they get older, they're going to hate each other. You know what I mean? Or they're going to like, I love my sister because it's my sister, but I really don't like her. Or, you know what I mean? Because she was mommy's favorite and she basically did whatever the hell she wanted to do. So what I'm going to tell you is that you need to work on it now. It's not too late now, but you better get it together. If you don't get that together, that little girl is going to run everybody away. And she's going to be the only person that's going to be stuck in the household with you. I promise you. I'm serious. Them other ones not going to even come home. You probably ain't going to see them or see your grandchildren all that much. They're going to come home once a year. Okay? So I'm telling you that you better get it together on that. And you can say whatever you want to. Now, it is not about what we think here on the YouTube streets, but you do need to listen to somebody. I don't know who that you need to listen to, but you need to listen to somebody. You need to change that therapist. You definitely need to get a court order for if that girl even think about going to that boy house, you need to press charges on these parties. And maybe you can get some more money for your household. Because if you start suing everybody, maybe you'll have some money and that you may be able to do more than what you're doing now, right? Hopefully you don't spend it all up. But I'm just telling you that you're gonna have to take some advice with somebody. I don't know who you should take advice from or who's offering you the best advice, but whoever's doing the telling you that this is right what you're doing and they understand, they are setting you up for failure. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think you're the worst mom here on the YouTube streets. I don't think you're as bad as Jasmine. I don't even think you as bad as Liv. That's obvious, right? And damn sure it ain't as bad as Nakia. Hell, on no level, right? However, you do take your children places. You do try to introduce them to new stuff, but it does kind of come across, and I'm just gonna be honest with you, that their girlfriend comes before them. A lot of times, it seem like you pay more attention to them, and the only time that little girl feel like she can get attention out of you, this is just my opinion, is when she acting out. Little attention is better than none at all. And that's not saying that you don't spend time with your children. We know you spend time with your children, but what I'm saying is they need to know that they come before that woman. And I think somewhere there they I think somewhere that I think some of your children feel like that woman comes first. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The energy I'm picking up, and they might not want to tell you that because they don't want to hurt your feelings, because they know how you are, and they want you to have love, they want you to be loved. They do want that, but it's just some energy, something within me is telling me, and this is just my energy, the energy I'm picking up. It tells me that they don't feel like they want you to be loved. They want you to be happy. But they just feel like they need more than, and they feel like, oh, girl is taking a portion of what they need away. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then the fact that, that's good that you do be up at that school. I mean, you will go up to that school a lot of times for your children. I mean, for that little girl, if not least. I mean, I know what's going if you go up to the other children's school a lot, but I definitely know that you are there for Michaela. But everybody else has to feel like that is the case. And then you film it. So I mean, I don't care what you say, filming it is very exploitive. That's something you really, when people tell you about that, they not lying, Jasmine. You got to listen to reason. You do film a lot of exploits that your daughter go through, a lot of pain, and it's just painful. Think about it. Would you want somebody to film you in your darkest hour, when you showing out, when you acting the plug fool? Thank God my mother did not film me acting a damn fool when I was younger. Do you know what that would have done to me? They probably would have pushed me over the edge. You don't know what that's doing to her. And it's just, you putting not only that woman, but you putting showing too much of this life. So you showing way too much. And that is also putting that ahead of the children's mental health. Okay. The oldest one got to the point where she don't even want to be on film as much. Have you noticed that? Do you ask yourself why that is? But you could say Michaela wants to be on TikTok and stuff like that. Yes, she want to be on there controlled. She don't want to be on there because she did something that you didn't like.
Is that, you know what? I don't agree with it, but that's just your form of parenting. You will be the worst, the most horrible.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but you do sound like you're doing a pity party. I mean, don't be bad at me. How you doing, Buttons? Hope I think I spoke to you, but I'm gonna speak to you again. How you doing, Buttons? Welcome to Mickey Flicky Palace. How you doing, Ronette? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. I really appreciate your energy. Thank God y'all up in here. Thank God all of you all are in the parlor room. Thank you so much. Congratulations. We definitely salute to non-toxic mothers up in here and to people that have fur babies, etc. The other Jasmine did the same with Chris, and Chris came first in her house. Exactly. And so we have to be careful of that, okay? We have to make sure that our children know what's important. Just like my grown children have to understand that they're just as important as the baby. But it's just the fact that you are all grown. So if you need me, I am here. However, I still have to do things for your little brother, right? And so it still has, they still have to understand that there's still love. He's not replacing them. He's not the replacement child, the child, because they're grown. No, he's just an addition to the family. He's just a child. He's the youngest. So that's all it is. You know, children do have apprehension when you bring in a new child, when you have a new child in the household. Even though they were grown and moved out the house, they do act funny. They minds did. They was happy, but at the same time, they kind of was like, well, what's it gonna be like? Is it gonna, you know what I mean? Even when they're grown, children still search or they're gonna still be loved, or they still gonna matter. Or do they still have the place in their household, the place that they have, or they still gonna be this way? Because I have a youngest son. Well, I had one until my youngest son came along. And, I could tell him, I let him know. He didn't say anything. They didn't come to me, but I could feel the energy. And I was like, hey, everybody still love. You still got the same places. Y'all just bumped up. Instead of bumping down, y'all are bumped up. And they feel really good about that. I like your energy too. Also, the chat group is one of the best. Thank you so much, Ronette. I really appreciate your energy. I really do. Let's continue.
Would never. My kid would never. I'm telling you, people will rather live in the land of delusion. Like I know some.
I don't think people are really saying my children would never. Weird people. Most people are just saying that you do too much, right? You do too much. That is a charge trait. You do way too much, and the fact that this is very exploitive when you post stuff with your child, and you just really shouldn't do it. You're doing the same thing that my Jazzy life doing. Just even when Chrissy was up here, and when she had Cadence up here, and there's nothing wrong with her. Cadence did post some things on her social media, and so was concerning to most mothers, right? Concerning to some people that follow Chrissy, and they did say something to her about it. And I don't think Chrissy was wrong for addressing it, but I don't think she should have had the little girl up there addressing it. That was kind of humiliating to go back over that. You know what I mean? Now, Cadis might not have said anything about that. Cadis might have thought it was okay in the moment, but at some point in time, who wants to relive that teenage stuff? Teenagers go through things. And of course, as a teenager, if somebody don't like you, or you be like, oh, I'm going to die, I'm going to unalive because this person doesn't like me. That's typical teenager. That's not even a bad thing. You know what I mean? We do that. I've done that as a teenager. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. They don't like me, you know what I mean? And then my parents taught me how to have thicker skin, right? So that kind of stuff happens. So you just have to build them up, build up their energy, build up their self-esteem. But when she had her own hair, I was just like, no, Chrissy, it's okay for Chrissy to dress it, but I just not really having my daughter on her. That's still a minor. If she was a grown woman, that's something different, and y'all could have discussed it. But she knew perfectly well that she was getting on here, and she could deal with it as a mature adult, but not as a teenager. I'm sorry. But a lot of these family, especially, look at a lot of these family channels. Watch a lot of family channels. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And I watch a lot of adoptive family channels. And some of them have gotten very cringeworthy. I'm not going to lie. And some of them I had to like crazy pieces, crazy middles. I was watching them at first because I did learn a lot about adoption. However, I got to the point where they are always adopting new children, I swear. When one group leave, they'll end up adopting another one. That's fine, right? That's what's up. That's what they do. But some of the things that they show is just some of the things that they talk about, especially when they start having them talk about how they came into the family. I don't know. I just think that it should more so wait. They shouldn't be discussing that as a teenager because they still have to go to school. And a lot of their friends watch their channel. And I think I don't know. And they'll be like, well, if it's okay that I talk about it, well, how you may think it's okay as a teenager, but when you get 20 some years old, it may not be okay. What you felt like as a teenager, what I felt like as a teenager, I don't feel now. I don't feel the same. Like I'm not getting ready to be, I make fool out of myself sometimes, right? but I'm not gonna make the same fool out of myself I did when I was in my teenage years. You know what I mean? We don't do some of the same. We don't do the same thing that we did in our teenage years. We're a little bit more conservative, hopefully. we we don't do the same mistakes. We don't make the same mistakes. Okay, we have grown, right? And so I think that sometimes when you put everything out about what you was as a teenager, that follows you. Like I said about a permanent record that you have in school. And you can have like Michaela could be like, not the best kid right now. She's showing out right now. But let me tell you something. Michaela could grow up to be a dang on lawyer or or child therapist. She could be the best child therapist or the best lawyer or police officer or a doctor or a nurse, whatever. The sky's the limit for this kid. But she posting all this stuff on here. People can look back at this. It's just not a good look, Jasmine. We're not gonna play this game. Am I tripping? You know, and she could sit up there and say, well, this is what I'm going through, and I'm showing my real life. I understand that, but don't show all of it. You don't have to show all of it. You know what I mean? And you have to, and you kind of just put their mental health and their themselves first. You know what I'm saying? Because people are weird and you don't know what might happen. It's too much weird stuff that happens in society to put so much out there, not just about their mental health and not just about how the control of them having control over their situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you got to be careful, Jasmine. I'm sorry.
Mothers that, yeah, I know everything I've been through and everything I've gone through. I know mothers that'll say, you know what? I'm gonna check my kid phone every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes, every 4 minutes. My kid will never get over on me. Give me your phone, unlock it. Let me go through your messages. Baby, kids are sneaky, and that has nothing to do with you as a parent. You sitting there going through Laquita's phone, trying to text her messages, check her group chat, see what she going, got her location on. Your child got Snapchat? Let me put you on the game right now. Your baby got Snapchat? And if your teen got Snapchat, all the dirt she doing is in that group chat on Snapchat that delete every time you send one text, baby. And it don't have nothing. It don't reflect your parenting. The way your child is conducting themselves don't reflect your parenting. Granted, traditions, spirituality, religion starts from home. These are things that we can teach them as a baby. Okay, we pray and we go to church and we eat this and we are supposed to conduct ourselves these certain ways. These are things that start from home. It's up to that child whether they carry that through their life or not. When that child turns 13, 14, 15, 16, baby, you could take the horse to the water. But you can.
Yeah, but you still got to teach them though. Even if they stray away and do something else, they'll still have that foundation though. I mean, I grew up in a household where my parents were Baptists, right? Did they go out church all the time? Not for real. They went to church every so often, but it's just certain foundations that I have with me that I carry. Like my parents were old school from Mississippi. Okay. And because of that, it's certain principles that they taught me. Like they taught me to cook 3 square meals a day. You know what I'm saying? My mother taught me that always, 3 square meals a day. She taught me that a man is a provider. No matter how much a woman makes, no matter how much you make, your man is a provider. I grew up with certain old school traditions, but certain things it's new school that I do. This new school, what I mean, certain parenting styles. I don't hit my kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't hit my kid. Now, did I whoop my other children? That's another conversation. But again, but it wasn't like Jasmine. Just certain principles that we hold. Did I get whooped as a kid? Here and there, not for real. Not a lot, not really. Not for real. Not as much as I probably deserved. I ain't gonna front. My parents more so took stuff away from me and grounded me. I took stuff from my child and forbid them. I more so did that. Did I whoop them occasionally? When my children were little. With this little boy, no. This little boy, I don't hit him at all. No. But again, he's a different kid. You get what I'm saying? And she's right when you talk about children are different. You know what I mean? It's just the way that you have to parent. Did I beat my children? Absolutely not. Did I smack their hands? Yes, of course. I smacked their hands like no, 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 no. But we more so did talking, and I yelled. My parents had probably back then was probably I was a teenage mom, and then I grew up when I got older, and I just kind of more so yelled, or we took things away, or we forbid them, or they couldn't go somewhere, and stuff like that. They might have had to stand in a corner, or they might had to stay in their room. I mean, they can come out and eat, but they might not have been able to watch TV or something like that. But again, all children are different. You can't treat every child the same because all children are different. Different things may respond to different child. What do I mean by that? You might have one kid that, let's say that he's really quiet. And if you yell at him, it triggers him, right? And you might have another kid that you might have to yell at. That might be just how they understand. I'm just being honest. I'm just giving you some examples. Or you might have another child that you just take their stuff away. One child you might have where you just talk to them and they good. You know what I mean? You be like, look, don't do that no more. They be like, yes, ma'am. And they don't do it no more. Then you got the other child where you might have to take his game system away and say, hey, you can watch TV. And it's just torture for him. And by we take his game system from, he won't do it no more. You understand what I'm saying? Another child might feel like they disappointed, like the fact that you're disappointed in them, that might be enough punishment. Again, each child is different, and that's something that I should have done with my parents. And back in the day, I used to say, oh, I'm going to treat everybody the same. No, that is not how that works anymore. That's something I did learn from my children growing up. Okay. And so yes, children are differently. Have I ever got accused of being a bad mother? No. Have I ever done the stuff that she did, or posted my children, calling everybody, telling everything that my child did? No. I would not do that because that's not that's not going to help them. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for that child. And I wouldn't want to embarrass that child even further because they're making mistakes. They're making teenager mistakes. And yes, little girls and little boys can be boy or girl crazy. Let's just be honest. Think about you when you were 13 or 14 or 15. Now, at 13, was I thinking about boys? Nah, not for real. I mean, I was thinking about like what's the latest dance steps, how to wear my hair, and if I'm going to the skating ring, if I'm able, you know what I'm saying, can I go get me a new outfit? How many outfits can I get? Mama, can I get your credit card? I was more so worried about that. I was like, Mama, can I had my own phone line. And I was worried about, can my friend come and spend a night in it so we can listen to New Edition records. At 13, I wasn't worried about the stuff that Michaela was worried about. But again, this is a different year. That was night in the 90s. That was like in the 80s, y'all. That was in the 80s. And now we're in the 2000s, 2020s, you know. So it's going to be a different situation. It's going to be a different scenario. Then you got TikTok and you got all these, they got way more temptations than we had growing up. You know what I mean? So I get what she's saying, but at the same time, what she's doing is not helping this kid. And I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat her. I'm not calling her a bad parent, but what I'm saying is she need to listen to somebody. Okay. My brother was a quiet kid and I was very talkative. We had the same parents. Right. The thing is, all these mommies fail to grasp is that they spend more time in false reality. Yes, ma'am. They only interface with the world on their terms. With the world on their terms. These children don't have the luxury. They have to face it. Exactly. I agree with that.
They're not. We have more control over our children when they are little. So when they're babies, of course they need us. They can't do nothing without us. Their brains aren't even fully
Not Jasmine. Jasmine don't have no control over her babies.
developed to know. So we have, that control. Even when they become toddlers, baby, we be out here raising baby Chucky and you be sitting there beating your head in the wall like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Why is my child acting out? Or why my baby doing this? Or why? It does not reflect who you are as a parent. Every child is different. This one right here is so crazy because I think I need more female friends to talk about this with. Y'all know that this hasn't been a topic in my life until I started doing these one-on-one sessions. A lot of women have been talking to me about this. And I guess because I haven't been surrounded by much women growing up, like I haven't had a lot of female friends or just not a lot of women in my life. But now that I'm older and I'm talking in these one-on-one sessions, you know what everybody tells me? They always tell me this timeline in life that I never even knew existed, baby. I guess I'm just ghetto because I never knew this timeline existed. Everyone gives me this timeline on life. So a lot of the women I meet with, they're like, listen, I'm 35, I have no kids, I'm not married, I'm not a homeowner, and it's really weighing heavy on them. Or they're like, hey, I'm in my late 20s. I haven't completed college. I started, but I took so many breaks. Or they're like, hey, I'm in my late 30s and I don't know what career path. I'm jumping from job to job. I'm not really stable. And I'm just like, I didn't know it was a thing. Like, I didn't know that people come from backgrounds or even people themselves. It's just putting all this pressure on them to be like, I'm supposed to be married at 30. I'm supposed to have a baby. I'm 35 years old. I'm supposed to have some kids. And when they express to me these things, like, I'm supposed to have kids and I'm supposed, who says who? Like, is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Who told you this? Like, and I think it's because the things we probably see, consume, our family background. It can be a lot of things, but baby, your journey isn't everybody else's journey, and that's fine. You don't. You know what? Some people don't want kids, and that's not a crime. It's not a crime to be a woman and say, I don't want no kids, baby. I've seen your babies. They my birth control. I don't want them. I mean, it's a blessing, it's cute, but it may not be for me. It's okay if you're in your late 40s, if you're in your 50s and you're not married. Maybe that was never your journey. I wasn't meant to wake up to Billy Bob every morning, give him a little kiss on his cheek, argue with this nigga about his dirty drawers that he sat on the floor next to the laundry hamper. Maybe that's not your journey. I don't want.
No disrespect, Jasmine. I get that you like women, right? But I don't know. It seems like when you talk about men, you kind of come. You sound venomous. I mean, I'm just. I mean, you might not be, but maybe I don't know. You kind of sound like it a little bit. But let's continue. It could be a female too. Can you make it like some of y'all blah 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 or some you know what I mean? Can you don't be so much like heterosexual but you or with women so you have to can you do both because it ain't just some women some people just have different yes people do have different journeys but when you talk about men sometimes you sound venomous a little bit when you're talking to I'm sure you have a lot of heterosexual people, like even us over here, most of us ever at the Crystal Palace, not all of us, but most of us here. Now I know I do have people that or the alphabets, and that's okay. I don't care about that. Cool, that's what's up, right? But when you talk about heterosexual people, especially men, you do sound very venomous. But yet, when you talking to your girl, talking around your girlfriend to your maybe the conversation from the other day, your girlfriend kind of seemed like she was mad when you talk about dudes. So maybe that's what it is. Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Want that for me. I don't want to come home to this man scratching his ass on the couch playing the PS5. I don't want that. No. And that is fine. Stop letting yourself live under this pressure of what you're supposed to be. And at this age, I'm supposed to have. Baby, whatever's meant for you will come. This one may be like, y'all gonna be like, nah, I don't know about that, Jasmine. But take it from me, I promise you. Money is not worth more than my sanity. I learned this throughout life. I remember a time before I became an influencer. Y'all forgot I had a regular 9 to 5, but it wasn't 9 to 5, baby. I worked 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night. When I tell you, and sometimes I would have to do 16-hour shifts because if I got stuck, I had to do a double. I would not see my children for damn near an entire 24 hours. By the time I got home, my mother had my kids off to school already. It was hell. You hear me? All because I had to provide. I said, oh my gosh, I had to provide. What am I going to? I kept telling myself, what are you going to do, Jasmine? You have to provide. You have to provide. No, I needed to be a mom. And I was willing at some point to do anything to be a mom because money couldn't raise my kids. Yeah, I was able to provide them and give them the things they needed and the things they wanted. But what they really needed was me. And that was something money couldn't buy. And I'm at work busting my behind. And in my head, it's like, I had to do this to give you a better life so you can live good, so I can provide. That wasn't helping with them kids' emotional needs. That wasn't able to support them. They didn't know the value of money. And we grow up with.
Right, true. However, the very thing that you said about value of money, you're doing the same thing. You're exploiting exploiting that 13-year-old's business though, Jasmine, for money. Come on, Jasmine. You kind of doing that Rick James thing. Yeah. I never put my foot on his couch, but yeah, I put my foot on his couch because he could buy a new one. You kind of doing that. So just be careful about that.
With this mentality of work, provide. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. You know what it feels like to be that kid and your mom is always at work? And it's like, yeah, you're providing my needs. And we as parents sometimes say, I have no choice. I'm going to choose my sanity every single time, baby. I'll take a pay cut for the sake of my sanity. You ever worked at a job that was driving you insane, bro? No, hear me out. Like you dread waking up in the morning when you walk into this place, your stomach cringe. Having to smile and be fake with these coworkers, knowing you can't stand them. Being at this job is stressing you out so bad. You just want out.
Well, here's the deal, Jasmine. Nobody wants to sit. You know what? I forgot. I was gonna get some pie saw today. I forgot. I'm gonna get it tomorrow. Let me tell you something. Most people, no, I can go. I think I got some in my healing center. Anyway, most people don't like their jobs, child. You ain't saying nothing that's not new. People do what they have to do to provide for their family. You just said it. You doing what you need to do to provide for yours by exploiting this little girl, right? Not trying to be funny. I'm just being honest. Um, so I mean, people gotta do what they gotta do until they can do better. You know what I mean? So I would just tell people, this would be my advice for people. Do what you have to do until you can get better. You got to crawl before you walk. Think of everything as a stepping stone. Think of yourself as going to the next level, but you have to go to the first level before you can get to the second level. So you might need to go through a stressful job in order to understand and deal with high level people. So when the next job come around, you will be able to go. You wouldn't be tripping off because you already did with a high level job. You're not already did for high stress. And now you can come into this new job and you relax. You might have to deal with it at your home. You might have a whole bunch of children that you got to manage. Like, okay, Bobby, go sit down, go relax. You, Sarah, go sit down, go relax. And they're going through chaotic behavior they having and busting loose and losing their damn mind. And you the only calm one in the room. And that's because you had this high level skill job. You know what I mean? You learned how to multitask. I've had high level and stressful jobs where I understand how to multitask. I could be over here texting my husband on the phone. I could be watching TV. I could be sitting up here reading the chat and doing a live with y'all and talking, So again, job, a lot of these things prepare us for real for our lives. You know what I mean? A lot of jobs, living in your home prepares you for your life. Some of us are built for certain things that we didn't think we were built for until we actually went out into the real world and realized that. So I would just tell people to think of things as stepping stones, and it's all a part of your spiritual journey. Until you can get to the next level, you have to appreciate the level that you are on.
So bad, leave. Yeah, I know the bills. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, I know. Go find you another job. I don't care if you got to sit at work and you got to be on every site there is. Sit at your desk right now and pull up Indeed. I do not care. Money is not worth your sanity. Do you know you spend more time at work than you do at home?
Yeah, I would definitely. I've always done that on the job. I would sit on the job and look for another job. I've sat on jobs, before my business got to the point where it's cool. I'm telling you, I've sat on jobs, y'all, and did my business and promoted my business. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't sit on jobs. I didn't made flyers. I did all kind of wild stuff while I sitting on the job, preparing for my job. I didn't sit on jobs and did my homework. Okay, wrote papers, did all kind of stuff. We have to do what we got to do, but just understand.
Home. Out of 7 days a week, you there 5 days. You only get to stay home 2 of them, if that.
And I've taken off jobs to go on job interviews. I sure have.
And you mean to tell me I'm going to risk my sanity for this paycheck that most of it is going in taxes anyway? Baby, go find you another job. Money is not worth it. I will take a pay cut for the sake of my sanity. You hear me? I don't care what I have to do. Money is not worth it.
I ain't take no damn pay cut now. Hell no. I ain't take no damn pay cut. That's not realistic. That's not realistic. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people would be like, "Oh, I would take a pay cut." Nope, I wouldn't tell people to take a damn pay cut because that's your life, that's your livelihood, and you got bills to pay and you got stuff to lay. You know what I'm talking about? You might not can take a pay cut. You might be the only damn parent in that household or whatever the case is. You might not be able to take no pay cut. I would not advise you. But I wouldn't advise you to be stressed out on no job either though. I would tell you to try to find a job that pays more that pays more than what you got or pays similar to what you got. I don't want you to kill yourself to work, but at the same time, You want something real. You want to be realistic with yourself. Let me let me read y'all comments. That's right. These mommies have too many partners coming in and out. I think the kids get confused. I think so too. I taught don't leave a job unless you have another job to go to. I was taught that. I was taught that as well. Yeah. Yeah, I have left jobs before, but I always had something lined up, you know what I mean? Especially when you have children. I would not tell people that. That's not the best sage advice. You know what I mean? I would be mindful of that. I would just try to handle what I can handle. I wouldn't say tell you to take a pay cut on a job just to take that for the sake of taking that job. Because I've known people to take a pay cut because that job offer health insurance, but keep in mind that they're gonna be taking out for the health insurance. You probably gonna be making the same amount that you just left, right? Less than. So I wouldn't advise that. But I would tell you is to always upgrade. If you selecting a job, always upgrade. You don't have to take a lower pay job, especially jobs. Not to be honest with you all, a lot of people think the job market sucks right now, but the job market does not. It's so many people that just want to be influencers and then don't want to work. They beg every day. I get a job. I get I get so many inquiries from Indeed and all kind of stuff, but I'm looking for something in particular. I had one job big. They was like, "Look, all you got to do, we just need you. You can work from home. We will give you the computer. We would do this. We would do that. You can get a company car." And they told me the only thing I had to do was come in one day out of a week. I couldn't do that. I was not in position to. I was like, well, shoot, if I come in there one day out of a week, I'm gonna have to bring my son because I'm not getting ready to get no babysitter for him. It's not happening. He's homeschooled. And so they was like, well, we can't legally have them come on, which is understandable. Well, I can't come into work. But we'll talk about this too. I'm actually going to be in my healing center from the start of the day till like, I think like 9 to 5 or maybe 10 o'clock, maybe 10. I'm probably going to open up my business at 10 a.m. to 5 or something like that, possibly. I'm not sure. I got to figure out what the time periods I'll be up there. But I'm definitely going to be in there from at least to 6 o'clock, if not 5 o'clock. But I'm definitely getting ready to be up in my healing center a lot longer than usual. Here shortly. That's one of the things I'm working on, but we'll talk about that.
My sanity. I love me a good coin. We need money to survive, but if I am not mentally okay, I can't function. So what good can this money do me when I'm stressed out? I'll be dead in the grave, and that money ain't coming with me. This one may sound weird, and I didn't even know this until I was forced to. Spending time alone is so important. Do you know? I think, first of all, I was scared to be alone. I'm not gonna lie to you. It ain't no I think. I knew I was afraid to be alone. I love to be with someone. It just made me feel comfortable, content. It didn't even make me feel complete. I just hated to be alone. I'd rather struggle with somebody, be happy with somebody, be sad with somebody. As long as there was always somebody there, I was happy. And in return, I will settle for anything because, hey, at least I'm not alone. And guess what? I didn't learn this until now.
Girl, you need to take out that hideous outfit, but I guess this your clean outfit. You should never wear this out in public. And really you shouldn't be on the video with this. But hey, Jasmine, wear what you want to wear, but this is not a good look, child.
Now that I'm in love with someone and they can't give me the time I want because not because of their choice, but just because our life paths is differently, it's forced me to be alone. And this is the longest I've ever been alone. I've never been more at peace than baby, I love spending time alone so much. I don't even think I like people. Like sometimes it'd be a Saturday and she'd be like, I'm coming over. I'd be like, girl, I'm asleep. When I'm alone, I get to be one with my thoughts. I learn how to relax. I always say I can't sleep in the bed by myself.
I would put on some gloves, Jasmine. You gonna mess up your fingers. I would not be cleaning up without you using all that chemical. Your hands gonna be ate up. Girl, you better start wearing gloves. All you gotta do is go to the store and buy a whole box of gloves. They're really inexpensive.
I need somebody in the bed with me. I gotta cuddle. I gotta lay next to somebody. Baby, that sleep alone hit different. I don't even know how to sleep in the bed with somebody. I still sleep out like I'm by myself, legs stretched out there, arms stretched out there. You know how good it feels when I just clean up my space and I put a warm, fuzzy little blanket over me and I put on my favorite show. You alone and you at peace and you feel nothing. It's like, I don't know, baby. I'm just chilling. If there's one thing that I wish I knew before anything, it would be to protect your peace. Your peace is so important, baby. When I tell y'all I'm so big on protecting my peace, I don't play. And I'm an influencer. I'm a public figure. Baby, I'll block you, your grandma, your granddaddy, your baby daddy. I don't care. Protect your peace, baby, and don't reciprocate energy. How you gonna protect your peace if you giving
I'll
somebody
be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know if you really want peace. It just don't sound like you really want peace on certain levels. Like I think you go through I think you going through unnecessary drama. Like when you was arguing with your girlfriend, unless that was some bull. Like when y'all was arguing, it just kind of come off like you really didn't want peace. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because like you said, I don't understand why she your girlfriend now. You said that she couldn't give you what she wanted to give you, so now all of a sudden she can give you what she wanted to give you. Oh, okay.
the same energy they give you. That's why people kill me when they say that. I'm gonna give you the same energy. You know how hard that is to reciprocate energy? Also, because you nasty to me, I gotta be nasty to you back. Why? When I can block you and never deal with you again, I ain't gotta talk to you. I'm quick to tell you, I wish you well. Be great. Have a blessed life. I wish you a great one. And I will never think about you again. You hear me? When I say I'm so big on protecting my peace, I will sit by myself. I will eat by myself. I will go out by myself. I have to be alone, protecting my peace, having a grand old time by myself before I deal with people.
These are just things that I really wish I would have learned sooner. But in life, we got to go through things to grow through things. And I'm happy that I got a chance to experience it. Leave in the comment section down below. Like, we family, we friends, we're very transparent. And I'm not going to let nobody bully you because they will get blocked, honey. Leave something in the comment section if it's not too personal for you to share, something you just wish you would have knew. Or something that you know now. And it's like it took me a long time and I'm now knowing.
Okay, so I guess I can. How you doing, Myra? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. She does a good job of cleaning. Yeah, I like how she cleans. I just don't like her. I don't like when she dumps the trash can. I don't know. I don't like it when she cleans the trash can in the tub. That's an issue for me. But other than that, I think I like the way. I rather watch her clean than Jasmine. My Jazzy Life clean. I can't stand the way my Jazzy Life cleans. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna try to watch some of Jasmine's, y'all. We're not gonna watch Jasmine all the way because I'm getting sleepy. Okay. And that's what we're not going to do. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to exit out of, let's see, this. And then we're going to share. We're going to go to my Jazzy Life. And then we're going to watch that. Okay. Here we go.
For my kids. I still ate this and left it on the counter.
Girl, she need to burn this YouTube shirt. She need to take this rag off of her head, this bonnet, this blackberry beret. Connie bought it at a secondhand store. She wore a raspberry beret. Built like she was. She had the nerve to ask it. Did somebody plan to do it any harm? So somebody put her on the top of their bike and rode her down the road. Okay, I ain't gonna do it. I can't do it. I was going to make up a whole thing and clown her, but I can't do it, y'all. It's too late. I'm too tired for that. I can't. Shut up.
It's like some days are better than the other.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up.
But I just feel like today is
I don't wanna be alone. I don't wanna be alone. Don't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can. I know that I bet you thought you know I love you so, even though you don't want me to go. Oh, baby, I'm for the tears. All the years. Love me if you will, baby. Baby. I'm so tired alone by myself now. Listen, baby. Tired, baby. Tired of being wrapped up in the night. Nobody dreams, nobody but you, baby. And now sometimes I wonder if you love me like you say you do. Now I've been thinking about it, yeah. I've been trying to get next to you, baby. Sometimes I fold my arms and say, I ain't gonna do it.
just like I'm not gonna say this today because I've been kind of in a funk the past couple of days. It's just a lot that can make you feel overwhelmed by some stuff.
Oh God, here she go with being overwhelmed.
Thanks.
Here it's just like, God, why you even coming live? See, you coming live just to whine, just to complain. It's okay to have discussion. It's just like we never hear anything good. Like, I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy about that. Y'all, I can't wait. I got some good news. I got some stuff that I'm working on. I'm excited about, my life. I took a new class, y'all. I actually took a new class. I'm getting ready to learn how to budget my money right. I took this class on accounting class. I took a new accounting class. I took a business management class so I can handle my business a lot better. I mean, girl, for crying out loud. I helped 10 people to get their YouTube channel started. I mean, anything but this mess.
Yeah. Well, shit just be real. Like
No,
dealing with
just none of this stuff is real, Jasmine. I just tend to anything that you say is real. I deem it not, right? Not being funny, Jasmine. I just don't. It's just every time you get to talking about how you being real and you being transparent and you want to show your real life. Why? Like, it's not exciting. Your real life is not exciting. If you could even lie, child. You could lie about a life. You could create this farce of a life or create yourself being happy, Jasmine. I don't ever see you like really living. Like you just here. You never really, I mean, you're alive, but you're not living. I don't really see you living like, you know what I mean? Like you don't live like I give an example. You know who a person that do go outside the house and she vlogs a little bit, tiny bit. She show you portions of her life when she going out and kicking it. It's Planet Mimi. Planet Mimi will show you her going out and kicking it or whatever with her partners. You know what I mean? You'll show she's even come on her one of the holidays and when she was hanging with her mother and her kid. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Like she didn't show her kid. She wasn't really exploitive. She really didn't show the little girl like that. But you could hear her. You know what I'm saying? It's like she has a life. We've seen Flo coming from work or about to go out. Even Oshun is like telling her taking her children somewhere. You will hear her talking to her children in the background. I mean, these people all have lives, you know what I'm saying? And you see them doing something, they're excited about coming to YouTube. I'm tired and everything, y'all. And I've had one thing that happened to me today that I was like I got upset about it, but little bit, not really. I wasn't really upset. I just was like, dang, why is it not working out like I want to? But yet it is. And I'm like, oh, let me think about this. Oh, we get ready to do this. This is why this happening because we just need to, it's just pushing us to move faster. That's all it is. I'm like, okay, let me look at it like that. Like it didn't ruin my whole day. I didn't let it ruin my whole day. I laughed, I joked, you know what I'm saying? I got coffee. I did what I was supposed to do. I found a way. And Jasmine just don't ever look at the brighter side of things. She don't never think about things as a lesson. She never looks at things like this is what's supposed to happen so I could do this. You know what I mean? She never tries to learn from her mistakes. Instead, this is why she's so miserable because she keeps repeating stuff over and over and over again. And she never, you know what I mean? She never celebrates like her wins. Like, Jasmine got a degree. Why she not happy about that? Jasmine do you understand a degree? It's not a degree, is basically saying you have a choice to do X, Y, Z. I've had regular jobs and I had gotten because I was trying to save money, right? To buy a particular car one time. And I was working a regular job, and I had my PhD or whatever, and I showed them my PhD, and they was like, dang, we could put you in a managerial position or whatever. And they put me in a managerial position or whatever, based off my degree, based off my experience. You understand what I'm saying? They even honored the PhD, and it's metaphysical. They was like, a degree is a degree. And it was a healthcare, a popular healthcare company. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, what are you talking about? It's like, why are we still dwelling on, oh, I'm overwhelmed? It's always she's overwhelmed. Um, oh, here we go. Jazz crying over Chris again. LOL. I want to understand if Chris was a good man, right? But he did nothing. Kids afraid of him. I'm sick of Jazz. I would rather watch reactors than her. yeah, the pity party is over with now. We can't feel sorry for someone that don't want to do better. Exactly. I do go in Jasmine live. It's mostly everyone saying that they will pray for her. She wants views and cash apps. Exactly. Reactors are so funny with Jazz. Jazz needs to redo her channel as or soon subs will leave. They already left. They already have left. I can't with her.
Like depression and stuff like that.
My depression.
It should be real.
Oh my God, Jasmine.
We just
I mean, it's obvious you're depressed. You come on here looking like shiggity. You know what I'm saying? You come on here looking like shiggity. You come on here embarrassing yourself. You come on here just depressing. It's depressing me, child. I can't afford to be depressed right now. Girl, I got so much stuff going on. I can't be depressed. I can't be depressed sitting up here trauma bonding with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ready to do it, Jasmine. Like, if I was depressed, like with her viewers, they come. Some people come. Do you understand, Jasmine? That some people like come to be cheered up. Some people come to be happy. Some people come because they might have something really horrible going on in their life. But no, Jasmine, you don't never consider that because you selfish. Instead, you having a horrible day. Like I could tell you about a horrible thing that happened to me, and I'll be like, yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, but then I start laughing, and then we'll start joking and whatever. And if I'm real messed up, man, I ain't coming on live. I'm just gonna tell y'all like I did that one day, like that Friday. I mean, was that Friday or Thursday? I don't remember what day that was, but I didn't bring my tail on her on this live, making a damn fool out of my damn self, sitting up here complaining about some stuff that is irrelevant. Like y'all gave a damn. Y'all come up here to hear me joan on people. Y'all come up here to have a decent time or to hear somebody talk some sense, say something funny or sing or something. You know what I'm saying? And this heifer always over here moaning and snake moaning. Girl, nobody want to hear about this man. Child, you talking about you overwhelmed. You decide you the one that got with that ninja. You the one that had all them damn children by imp. So we're not gonna play this game. That's what we're not gonna do. I'm looking at my son's computer. Y'all had lost my keys today. I found them though. They was in an awkward space. It was my husband on my husband's shelf. But you know, it's just weird. Every time she come on here, she's always overwhelmed. She's never really happy, y'all. Never. I can count on my hand on how many times Jasmine has been happy. Jasmine's more upset or more miserable when she comes on live. It's like, bro, why are you here? Why are you on live if you're so unhappy? If your life is that damn bad, then you need to go talk to you a counselor. You need somebody in your damn life. And I'm not talking about Tierra. You need to get with somebody that's gonna rescue you mentally and psychologically. You need a jacket. Shit. Nobody wanna hear this every 5 minutes. No, I'm just gonna do something to get my hair done. Girl, Jasmine, we don't want to hear that. Stop sitting on here begging people to take care of you when you can take care of yourself. I don't know. It's just annoying, Jasmine. I don't think you understand how you affect people and how this is too much for people. And you swear up and down that you lost followers because of Chrissy. No, Jasmine. You lost followers because people will still followed you. You lost followers you because you sit on here. Everybody told you not to give a Chris. And, I mean, it was clear as day. I mean, regardless, you don't have to listen to people, but your common sense should have kicked in. People told you not to give a Chris, and I know damn well that you was probably told not to be with Philip. And I know you seen the damn writing on the walls, okay? But that's neither here nor there. But I tell you what, then you kept having all these damn children. Why in the hell would you keep having all these children? And I know you don't, children are a blessing, and I get that you don't want to regret your children, but damn, you don't think about some of these life choices that you make. You don't think about these decisions that you make. You don't think that they're horrible. Seriously, have you ever just sat up and said, I ruined my life? I could have had this and this and that. And after you say that, why don't you look in the mirror and think about the things that you have done that's decent? I don't know, getting a degree, that's really good, right? Having a YouTube channel that's popping, right? That you can do whatever you want to with your YouTube channel. Jasmine, all you gotta do is quit feeling sorry for yourself. Accept responsibility. Accept the fact that you put yourself in this situation. You're overwhelmed because you chose to be overwhelmed. Why don't you do something about it? Quit crying, quit whining about it. Pick your drawers up and get on with your life, for crying out loud. This ain't even about Chris, y'all. She goes through this every so often. Move out of that place. You can't afford it no more. That's what you said. You can't afford it no more. Move out that place. Find you something somewhere where it's affordable. Get your damn roommate. Ask your brother and his woman to move in with you and help pay some of these bills. I don't know. Do something. Whatever it is, you need to do it. Don't nobody want to keep going on here listening to you whine and crying about your damn life, girl. Many people have it way harder than you. Like, there are homeless people that got it way worse than you do. Nobody wants to get on here, like someone said earlier. I am, welcome to the Mickey Picky Palace. I am is all like, well, Jasmine, why are you on this pity party stuff, this pity party cake? Because she won't cash apps. Nobody's going to fund your lifestyle. Nobody's going to fund you and them children. You need to get up off your ass and do what you need to do for yourself, for crying out loud.
Try our hardest to hold back. Like, I feel like that's what I've been trying to do. Like, I've been just trying to hold back and act like I'm fine. Not really act like I'm fine.
Jasmine, is it the first of the month? Okay, the first of the month is over with, so we're in the middle of the month. What are you trying to do, Jasmine? Your taxes getting ready to come up. Don't keep coming up here begging. Okay? Why you coming up here begging for something that you should be having on your own? Girl, you got a YouTube check. You get way more on YouTube than I get. Like, why are you tripping? You're straight tripping. Like, who goes through these changes? It is weird. It is so weird that she sit on here and complains about being overwhelmed. Some people don't have no damn children. Some people can't have children. I have women in my chat now that can't have children and they want children so bad. You know what I mean? And you give yours away. You like, oh, take them. I'm going to call they daddy. I'm going to call y'all daddy on you. You don't come get y'all's quit clowning. You always clowning, yelling at your children, being upset, instead of appreciating the things that God has given you before God taketh away. You know the old saying, you keep begging about something that you don't have, about something you got, then it's going to start be taken away. Because all of a sudden you wanted a whole bunch of children when Chris was there. You wanted a whole bunch of children when Philip was there. You wanted a whole bunch of children when Chris was there. Now all of a sudden you don't want all of them now because you ain't with none of the fathers. Girl, get the hell out of here. Either you love them children or you don't. I mean, I don't know why you're making this so difficult. This is not a difficult decision. This is something that you have to think about. Do you want to live life or you don't? Do you want to really live or do you just want to exist? Let me ask you again. Do you want to live or do you want to exist? I want to live. I don't want to just exist. Let me answer for you. You should want to live, not just exist, because existing is just that, existing, right? So you have to find fun. You have to find laughter. You have to do things that's going to make you happy. I mean, who don't know that? Like, you still talking about Chris? Chris done moved on with his life. He's not thinking about you. He don't care. He don't even care about if that's his son or not. He don't know if that's his child or not, and he don't care about it because it doesn't matter whether that's his son or not. He's not there. He's not gonna be there for that child, regardless of whether it's his son or not. It does not matter at this point in time. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna play this game. You are the controller or the conductor of your own train. You are the playwright of your own play. You created the play, you starred in the play, you like the head star. You are the one that's cutting the lights on the play. You doing everything for the play. We're just the audience, We are just the audience. We just watching how you play this play out. You know what I mean? You're the actress. You know what I mean? We're watching you walk through these scenes, and I'm telling you, this place sucks. Let me tell you something for the record. Not only does this place suck, but you as the conductor, this train ride is horrible. I've been on way better planes. You know what I mean? So at some point in time, the you have to control the analytical aspect of your life, the analytical, the spiritual, the mental, the psychological, all of that. You are the one that control that. If you choose not to do that, that's on you. We cannot fix you, Jasmine. We can't help you on the internet. If you want me to help you, then you need to go to my website. It's www.ask314life.com. Okay, and you can book appointment and you're gonna get the tough love. I'm not gonna sugarcoat you. I'm not gonna talk about you for being a mother. Congratulations, you get a cookie. We're not gonna go through that. I'm not getting ready to kiss your butt. Nobody's gonna do that. Cheryl should have never kissed your butt. You should have never had your butt kicked, kissed. You should have been given tough love. You should have been told what it was. But because you've been coddled, and even Philip coddled you to a degree, right? Because he wouldn't tell you the truth. He didn't tell you the truth that he got out of jail. He told you was fat and everything, but he didn't say, well, you're not a good mom. He didn't say, well, hey, you got to do better with these children. These are my children. You got to do better. He didn't tell you that because he came on internet and was like, oh, Jasmine, a good mother. He lying. He know damn well you ain't. You know, everybody knows it. Your mama know it. Everybody else know it. You're not even a good person to yourself. Let's be clear about that. Forget you being a good mother. Nah, I'm not even gonna address that. But I'm gonna tell you, you're not even a good. Forget how you treated Chrissy. Forget how you treated your mama. Let's look at it. Let's deal with self. Let's deal with the first self-preservation. You're not even good to yourself. So how you gonna be good to somebody else? How you gonna make a good wife or a good girlfriend or a good child's mother to anybody when you can't even be good to yourself? Look at you. Look at you. You unhappy. Somebody that wears a pancake on top of their head, talking about raspberry or black raspberry beret. You know what I mean? Kind of buy a secondhand store. You wore a raspberry beret. Like, why do you think this okay? Why would you come up here? Look, listen, I ain't gonna dress it. Just go. Just continue. I ain't got time.
You know, for the kids' sake, I try to act normal. Mm-hmm. Or try to just go
Nobody's
through
asking you to
motions.
act normal.
But that shit really be real.
We're not asking you to act normal. We asking you to act like you got some damn sense. We asking you not to come up here always depressed because you're very depressed and you're bringing down your whole channel by all this depression. It's not okay. You are psychically trauma bonding with everybody up in here. You know the people that will allow this. I would not allow this as somebody in your chat.
Maybe hitting you sometimes. Like, honestly, I want to go to bed, but I really can't sleep.
Go to bed.
I'm not even gonna lie, I can't even sleep. So I was like, maybe I should just drink the rest of this wine, hit that vape. Maybe it'll knock me out. You know, clean up a little bit. You know how sometimes cleaning can drain you, knock you, make you tired.
Yeah,
That's what I've been thinking. Like,
I get that, but hell no, Jasmine, come on now.
it just gets it'll get to you sometimes, y'all. You just be thinking like, dang, my life could have been something. It could have been something else.
But you
I
don't
think that's
want
what's getting to
listen,
me.
listen, you are the conductor of your own damn train. Your life could have been whatever you chose to make it. This is what you chose to make it. This is what your life is because you won't change it.
I just get overwhelmed. I be having to remind myself, you got it, girl, stay strong, don't cry. Bitch, you got it. Some days I just be wanting to say, fuck having it. I be want to give up. I be want to stop working out. I just want to make 1,001 excuses to why I'm not working out. Like I didn't want y'all. Like right now I'm using my cycle as the reason why, but you know, where the hell these flies come from? The kids left a freaking. I can't get mad because they're trying to help me. But yeah, I just been kind of all over the place, y'all. You know, all over the place. There's not this food all over the freaking. What you call it over there? And I don't expect anybody to give a fuck. Trust me.
All right, if you don't expect people to give up a hoot, why you even know her talking about it, Jasmine? And you letting Chris win. You letting everybody win. Like you letting all so-called enemies win by coming on here and parading your misery. Like, I'm not fearing it, but you ever heard the saying, never let him see you sweat? Why you showing Chris how depressed and how awful you are without him? It's weak. And his new girlfriend, bet you they sitting over there in bed laughing at you. I bet you that's what's happening. And after a while, I mean, why wouldn't they? Because you're a jerk. You're a joke. That you sitting up here laughing. 32 years old, 5 kids. She should have no time to be depressed. How is she so depressed but can't jump on but can jump on but can't jump on live with no issue? She needs some tissue with that issue, okay? Her kids have so many men come in and come and go with Jazz. They didn't last long, so she doesn't talk about them exactly. She had a dude over there before she got with what's his name? I think March, April twins birthday. So she has no money. Hope Hannah steps in. She will. SSI checks, YouTube money, food stamps, channel under Mama Duke's name. So guess no taxes. Jazz works the system very well and needs drama for the cash apps free stuff from her customers. From her cost away. Yeah, I said customers. I can't see. I'm getting tired. Um, she needs to step her game up, definitely. Car payments behind, but driving around town. Behind on rent, talks about declarating. She was POF after Philip dumped her in jail. That's bad for Ninja dump you while you in jail.
But I be feeling like, dang, I ain't got no one else to
I'm
talk
getting
to about stuff like
sleepy.
this going on
I'm
in
trying
my
to
life.
finish some of this video.
It's not that I don't have nobody. I just can't. Kind of just don't trust them these days. No.
But you got Sierra, you got your mama. What you mean you don't trust somebody? It's a lot of people out there that you cut your line, girl. I don't have somebody to touch you. Go to a therapist. If you can't talk to none of these people, why don't you go to a therapist? I just am a believer that you don't want a change. You don't want to be better or heal. You don't want to do anything. You just like get off on yelling and complaining all the damn time. This seems like what all you want to do. You don't want to change your energy. Everybody else around you, everybody that they have been with you have changed to a degree or have upgraded to a degree. Don't you think that that's something weird about that? That people that have been around you in your presence have upgraded? You have to ask yourself, well, damn, what's wrong with me that I won't upgrade?
To even think about talking to. I don't know, y'all. My mind just be all over the
It's a
place.
therapist.
I don't care where that man's living. Mm. That's the thing about being a content creator. You know, everybody, everything kind of revolves around you, and no matter what, so their life is just like the center of attention, whether you want to talk about them other people and stuff or not. You know, I don't know, y'all, but I've been kind of just in the phone. I've been down. That's like this dishwasher. I've been crying. I'm just trying to find some kind
Oh
of
my
drink.
God, trust me. Listen, girl, I gotta go sleep. I can't with you tonight. All right, y'all. We gonna finish this when I wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, we gonna finish this. I'm gonna make sure we finish this. We can't with this. I don't believe her car payments are behind. It's bad when dumped by a baby daddy in jail. LOL. Even Miss Valerie gave up on buying stuff for the kids. I don't blame her. I don't blame her because it's too much. Because every time Jasmine don't appreciate anything. Because as long as you keep giving somebody something for free, they gonna keep begging. You know what I mean? If you don't, it's one thing to give somebody a help up, not a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? A help up, meaning, if you show them how to fish, they'll learn how to fish on their own and they won't keep asking you how to fish. It's okay to get donations here and there, but good Lord, it's a career for Jasmine. Jasmine treat donations and cash apps like a career. And that's just ignorant. That's just ignorant to me. Hold on, I'm trying to wrap my hair around. I got these. If y'all seen how my hair is, I'll show y'all tomorrow. Y'all will understand. I'm trying to shoot. Let me just let this stuff. I gotta just let my hair be shit. I'm just tired of this. I'm trying to wrap my hair up. I can't find my. I gotta do a scarf. I can't find my bun. I threw one of my bonnets because it was really raggedy. It was like bad raggedy, and I would have came on here. I'd have been embarrassed. But it was really. But it was like my shower and my bath bonnet. But it was raggedy. I could do it. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put this scarf on here. Jasmine, grow up. Okay, good chat. Let's talk tomorrow. Yeah, we got to talk tomorrow because I'm getting tired. I can tell my energy. Can't y'all tell my energy is sleepy? Can't y'all tell that? Because I'm tired. I'm serious. Let me get off of here before I start talking like Jasmine. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me wrap this scarf around my head. Then I do my greetings. Uno, up out of here. All right, hold on. I'm almost done. Damn it. I'm gonna watch some Ric Flair before I go to bed. All right, y'all. Damn it. This dang thing. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to the video. Yeah, we're gonna finish Jasmine out, y'all. I promise. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the video. It's so important for the growth of this channel. Where the heck is my damn thing at? Oh, it's so important to the growth of this channel. You definitely appreciate it. You definitely need it. You definitely want it. Thank you so much for the celebrations that we always do up in here, for just being alive. Salute to all the good mothers out here that are non-toxic, that's trying to do their best, even though they make mistakes. I definitely salute you all, and thank you.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
Y'all still here? I can't believe it. Goodbye.
You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck. Push me away, you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. Come on.
Y'all still here? Goodbye.